En mi estadía en Japón estoy teniendo la oportunidad de hacer un montón de cosas increíbles, pero ¿sabes cuál es una de esas cosas increíbles? Por no decir quizás la más increíble. Poder sentarme con una leyenda de la cual yo he visto todo su catálogo. Y debo admitir que lo he visto repetidas veces, mis amigos también, un montón de tus amigos seguramente también. ¿Con quién vamos a estar charlando el día de hoy en Shinjuku? Específicamente en Kabukicho, claro que sí, con mi yabi, más conocida como María Ozawa.
Aló, ¿qué pasó, frikis del carajo? Soy Juanito 6 y estoy acá en Tokio. Vinimos al barrio de Kabukicho porque vine a un bar a conocer a alguien que, si vos estás en este video, me imagino que ya sabrás quién es. En Argentina ha sido una leyenda entre los otakus, yo sé, pero bueno, sé que no entiende nada de español. Sorry for the Spanish. Ahora le voy a preguntar a ella que le cuente un poco a la gente quién es, pero bueno, lo primero, que para mí esto es un poco surrealista estar acá en esta situación. Este viaje viene siendo muy surrealista, pero bueno, lo estoy disfrutando. Así que vamos con ella, que nos cuente un poco quién es y le voy a hacer un montón de preguntas, así que ponete cómodo, busca algo para tomar, que esto tenemos un rato. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I want you to introduce yourself for...
English, Japanese,
yeah,
English.
Imagine if nobody knows who you are.
Okay.
How would you introduce yourself?
Hi guys, this is Maria Ozawa. Nice to meet you all. I am here in Shibuya, Shinjuku. I own a bar business. I just came back from the Philippines 2 years ago because of the pandemic. And I'm a business owner. I own 3 lounges in the Philippines. And after I retired, I opened up a bar, and ever since, I'm doing night business.
What's Kabukicho? How would
Kabukicho,
you
oh my
introduce
God.
someone to Kabukicho?
Kabukicho.
Someone in Argentina.
Okay, so there's 2 parts in Shinjuku. One is Shinjuku, the area which is safe, and the not safe part is Kabukicho.
Here.
The night, yes, this is
Acá.
like the red light district. Do you have red light district in Spain or Argentina?
In Spain, I'm not
Like
sure. In Argentina,
go
yes.
bar, yes?
Yeah. But it's not the same. It's
Not the
different.
same? Oh, okay.
No.
So it's something like that, but not too dark. But it's just like lots of people are here, drinking area, bars, and lots of little bit of gang, and lots of drunk people every day.
Sí, no, dice un poquito que acá esta es la zona turbia. En Argentina tenemos los bosques de Palermo, cosas por el estilo, es otra cosa. Ahí mi amigo Tetsu andaba por los bosques de Palermo. Esta es una pregunta que en realidad me gusta hacerle y se la he hecho a otra gente que tiene quizás o ha tenido un trabajo parecido. Me gusta primero preguntarlo porque a alguna gente por ahí le cae un poco raro. How do you feel when someone tells you like, I was a big fan of your videos? Is it cool or is it weird?
At first, when I was younger, I felt a little bit weird because it's hard to understand, like, oh, there's lots of fans, there's people watching the videos. But now I'm very happy because people still know me as Maria Ozawa, and even though I'm getting longer and older, people are still like, oh, I'm a big fan, I like your work, can I have your sign? And sometimes people come here to the bar. So I'm very happy. But sometimes a little bit embarrassed,
Yeah.
like shy.
And how do people act like fans? In Argentina, people
Argentina,
somos
they know.
intensos.
They know.
You? My friends do. Pani, Pablo, saludos.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Because one of the country that I really want to go is Argentina.
Yeah.
My bucket list. Because the place is like, it looks very cool, and then everybody's so happy, energetic, party, and I want to feel that sometimes. Like I want to go one day.
Yeah, Argentina is different. Here, I'm trying to like behave like a Japanese people is cold, so cold. We're like, we hug each other. Hello, I don't know how to say hello to someone
Here in Japan, because there's a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Argentina, we hug, we kiss.
That's good. Everybody is very open.
Yeah.
I like that too, yes. Here people are, I think their personality, culture is a little bit too shy. Yeah. So, happy. It's okay.
How's in the Philippines?
Same.
Like here?
No. Everybody's very happy, very energetic. We have hug, beso.
Yeah.
So, So everything is very happier.
Yeah, we do one in Argentina, but in Spain, I used to do in Spain, they do two kisses.
Ah,
Hello.
2 kiss?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. To everybody.
Yeah. Anyone.
Anyone. Okay. Philippine, 1 beso.
Yeah.
Then if you're very, very close, 2. So if you go to Spain and you meet somebody new and their type, hug, kiss.
Yeah. And if you go to a party with like 10 people, 20 kisses.
So many kiss.
Mucho beso. Acá no se entiende en Japón la cultura del beso. You're not 100% Japanese.
No, I'm half Canadian.
But you were born here.
Born here and then raised here, but when I was smaller, I went back and forth. Canada, Japan.
And where do you like the best? Here.
Here in Japan?
No. Canada or Japan?
That's hard, but maybe Japan, because Canada, too much in the countryside. Nothing to do.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Here you have
Everything.
just too much.
Too
Everywhere.
much. Everything is everywhere. So.
Yeah.
And what did you like about Japan?
Japan. Everything. I just got here, so. But in these like 10 days, everything. But I'm trying to learn how to communicate with people.
Yes.
It's like you go out with a girl, and it's like how to behave.
Yes. How
It's
to
different.
behave.
Yeah. But a friend told me you don't have to become Japanese here. You have to be Argentinian.
Yes.
Be yourself.
Yes. And then they like you better like that.
Yeah. No, but I found like that I'm like something weird here at a bar. Like every girl wants to talk to me, look at my tattoos. I'm like something weird.
Oh, and why back in Argentina they don't surprise?
We all look the same. Yeah.
No, I think it's
I'm
because
just like any guy.
no, it's because in Japan they love foreign people. They love foreign people with tattoo and very passionate, friendly, and nice body, good face. So the girls like you, I think. They'll be like,
Bueno, nos vamos a divertir acá en Japón. La gente buena onda. You are, like they say here, hafu.
Hafu.
Was that a pro or a con in your career?
It was a pro because when I debuted on like 2005, I think there was no other AV girls who were mixed.
Yeah.
It was only Japanese. So I think I was very lucky. So there weren't mixed race in that industry. So I think I got the people were like very easy to find me. So I think I was lucky. Pro for sure. And the con, maybe I got a little bit of racism.
Yeah.
A little bit. Because
In the industry.
in the industry or people around me.
Yeah.
But it's getting better in Japan. No more of that, I think.
Well, how did you get in the industry?
Industry, so when I graduated
Sorry.
from,
La industria, cuando digo la industria, I'm going to say as many words possible for you too. So
Okay.
we can monetize.
Yes.
Voy a decir todo como pueda, cortito. Ustedes ya saben cómo funciona. Vamos a hablar acá en código Morse. Así que nada, quiero saber un poco de cómo entró en la industria.
After I graduated from high school, it was I go back to Canada or I stay in Japan. I wanted to stay in Japan, but I didn't want to go to school anymore, and I was working already. So I was back then, that time in Japan, it was kind of like a little bit of trend for people to go in the industry because you were able to go to different countries for different shooting, and of course you meet different people, you get famous. So my dream was to I wanted to get famous plus, and I wanted to do something on my own. So I just searched which is a good company, and I sent my resume, and I got in, and since then it's been 7
But it was empty.
only high school. But then I had lots of different jobs that did. So I think I started working at different McDonald's, convenience store, different places. So since then it's been 17 years. So it's very, very fast. Very, very fast.
And your first time working, shooting, Was it
Oh my
like you
God.
expected, or was it different?
God, very different. Very different because I didn't know what to expect because I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
But before I was very worried. I'm like, is this really okay to do? Am I making a mistake? I didn't know what to do. But that day when I went to the studio and met the staff and the male actor and everybody, they were very, very nice. They were very, hospitality was perfect. And they really care about you and like your emotional feelings or your body or whatever. So their hospitality is like 100% way better than what I thought. And I think I thought that if I try more like harder, but it's so embarrassing, you know, just to think about it. There's lots of camera, there's lots of people. So that I didn't get used to until
Lights,
yeah, and people are like taking pictures, and I'm like, no. But I it's hard to get used to that. But then you get like a family with the staff.
Yeah.
So I think I continued maybe for like 4 years, and then after 4 years I went to a different. How do I say this? I changed my business.
Yeah.
So for 4 years I was basically very learning everything every day. Everything was so new, but it was fun. It was fun.
But it was, you were expecting something like
More
that, or
no,
because it's a job. It's not like just having fun.
Yeah. It was hard. I was expecting something very more worse. Like I was thinking, what if people are gonna like, you know, abuse you, or what if they, you know, take the video and sell it to somewhere else. I was worried every day, but then the more I work with them, it's like legit. Like they're professional, it's for work. But sometimes you have this feeling like, oh, is this really work, or do I really like him? And it's like confusing. But overall, it was fun. And we became friends also, like the girls, like other AV girls. We were friends, and it's okay.
How did this new job affect your life, family, relationships?
Super. Well, family, very, 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 very bad. But I explained to them, I tried to explain, like I really have, like I want to succeed on my business right now. And then to do that, I have to be famous, right?
Yeah.
And then I have to carry on with my career, and I have to prove them that what I'm trying to do right now is gonna affect my future, so I have to really concentrate. But of course, family, they're out of the picture. Relationship was so hard.
Out forever?
Forever, like until now, very hard. Because sometimes, like for me, like I'll go out clubbing or drinking, and I don't know them, but they know me sometimes. So they're all like, they pretend, oh, let's have a drink, or let's go dance. And I'm like, as a friend, I was like, okay, let's make new friends. But then later on, I found out that they're just there because they just want to, you know.
That happens to me, but in a different industry. It's way different.
So they take advantage.
Yeah,
Right?
like, oh, he's like famous or something.
So they come to you because of fame.
Yeah.
So that's very, very hard. Cause you can't see the difference, right? So, but then it's okay. I try to like tell a difference.
Yeah.
How do you do it though? When you find out that they're for your fame?
It depends.
It depends.
If it's
Okay.
fun, I just take care of myself. No, but usually I don't really like that kind of situation.
Yes.
Just-
It's very different when somebody's really interested in you, and when they're just for your fame or your body or whatever. Their acting is different too, right?
Yeah.
So, but that's kind of sad though. But then it's okay. It comes with the job. I knew that's gonna happen, so I got used to it. But still, it's hard.
Yeah, or when they just want like your fame. Or like, can you tag me on a picture, please?
True.
That happens.
That happens. Oh yes, yes. Oh, I hate that. Yeah, tag my picture. Can you post our picture? Or they will post and they will tag me.
Yeah.
And then my fans will go like her or his picture. So That's hard. That's hard.
And how did your life change in Japan? Japón es especial.
Japan, how? Change in good way? Bad way? Both.
Anyway.
After I debut, well, for example, if it's gonna be in a good way, it changed because I stood out. For example, people will know me, they will notice me anywhere back then.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, oh, Maria Ozawa, they're like, can you take a picture? So at first it was nice, like I liked the tension. But in a bad way, I lost trust from people. Like they lie.
Oh.
And it's so easy to figure out because, for example, when you thought that was your friend, girl or boy, they weren't really your friend, but they were just using you for your fame, body, money, whatever. So that was the minus part. So I was like, oh, that's kind of sad. But the good part is, because I became that, I could make it. It's so obvious to tell the difference. Real friends and fake friends.
Yeah.
So, but you too, right? That's really hard, right?
At first, it's not that easy.
Oh
then
my
you start
God,
like
no.
seeing small
Yes.
things that people do.
Yes. And then you could kind of like make a difference.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so it's hard. But I found, now that I know which my true friends are, it's okay.
Hay muchos garcas sueltos. Si vos estás viendo esto, pórtate bien porque la gente se da cuenta que sos un garca. Did you ever think about moving to the US? Or
Yes.
like working there back in the day?
Working, I had an offer one time or two times. I think they had like a Playboy Mansion is in the US. No,
Yeah.
they had a big event they want to gather all the AV stars from different countries, and I think I had an offer from Japan, and I wanted to go because it was in LA. But I think back then, my manager, everybody, they don't know English here in Japan. So they don't know, right? they cannot speak zero English level.
Sorry. Es muy difícil comunicarme acá. Mi japonés es muy mínimo. Tengo muy poco japonés. Y cuando quiero hablar en inglés es como, sumimasen. No. Y terminamos señalando cosas. Le digo, voy aquí, de aquí.
So back then, it was more zero, like minus 100.
Yeah.
So people, like my manager and my boss, they all don't know English. So if I were to go to LA, which was my big chance, I think up till now, I think my life would have changed so much if I went to that party. But since I couldn't go because my managers, they were too afraid because they cannot speak English. So they're like, we have an offer for you. I know it's big, but we don't have anybody to go with you. And then back then I was like 19, 20. Yeah. I didn't know how important that was. So I was like, it's okay, I'll just go next time. And the next time never came. So I regret so much. But ever since then, I was telling my manager, you guys have to learn English. You have to learn English for yourself and for me too. So that time I really wanted to go to LA and I wanted to move there because it's more freedom than in Japan. Japan is still free for this work, but still we have like very, lots of walls. But
And censorship.
In censorship, yes.
Well, when I posted the story for people to send questions, one guy said, uno preguntó, ¿cómo es que ella tiene el superpoder de pixelarse? Pregúntale. One guy asked, he said, ask her about her superpower to pixelate herself.
If I have superpower, I wish I had the power. Oh my, that's so funny. So they really send you questions.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cute. But sorry, I don't have superpower. That's so funny. So,
es illegal. Es completamente ilegal mostrar algo.
Because here you need, even though very, very minimum sensor, you need that sensor too. I don't know why, but it's just Japan culture. So I wanted to try to go to the States, but I see lots of from the States, different countries. They are all like so different from Japan. Japan's the girls, they're very cute, small, white,
Yeah, and they're like
squeaky,
having a bad time. Yeah, like.
Yeah, very shy. But in the States, very open. All the storylines are very crazy, and the male stars, they're also like they're like models. They're like
Yeah.
good body, good face, tan. We don't have that in Japan. So I was like, damn it, if I went to the States.
Here's just like regular people.
Regular people. But they do that on purpose because the fans will get jealous.
Yeah.
But I understand, but then I was like, as work, it would be nice if I could have, but yeah.
Do you ever think about going back into the industry?
Here
Or now when with OnlyFans and everything, it's like easier to make money.
Oh yes. Well, I don't think I would go back to the business, but like if there's that kind of like situation, or if I'm gonna work it in a different angle, I want to try, or I want to go to different countries and see how they make videos in different countries, because I only know Japan.
Yeah.
So I want to know more about different countries and how they do it, and
Without pixels.
without the pixels. Yeah. So is it big in Argentina also?
Yeah.
Is it legal?
No. Yeah.
Oh, it's
You can
legal.
do whatever you want to do, but OnlyFans is really big.
It's better.
OnlyFans.
Ah, okay. So they do it on their own.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, it's like there's
okay.
no industry. It's like everyone doing their own content.
Oh, and it's very open, right? It's open.
Yeah.
Oh.
En Argentina hacemos lo que venga.
Maybe I should go to Argentina.
Comenta, ¿cree que vaya a Argentina? ¿Que abandone Japón? ¿Que vaya a Argentina? Comenta por ahí, deja tu comentario. What did you expect about your career before entering in the industry, and was it like you expected, or?
Before I debuted when I was 18. So before that, I was like still underage, and I was like, is this really okay? I didn't know what to do, but I had an image. I wanted to be famous, and I had to own something on my own. But like, I had lots of friends who was in the industry already, who worked in night business.
Yeah.
So I would talk to them, ask their advice, and like, is it really safe, or are they clean, or those basic questions. And then they're all like, yes, actually it's way better than just going around screwing people, but if you have it professionally, then you're professional. So I was like, okay, I will just try and let's see how it goes. And then after I debuted, it was very hard, it was very tough, but I think I managed to make one chapter of my life a little bit brighter. Like, it made me go to different countries, it made me see lots of people. Everything was in a positive.
Yeah.
Positive. Everything's positive. No regret.
Okay. But what's the hardest thing?
The hardest
about...
the thing is that when you go to the studio, you don't know who you're working with until you go to that place that day.
You never know, or sometimes you do.
Sometimes you do, but I try not to know, because when you work in the industry for long, you know lots of people. And then, for example, of course, you like this person, but you don't like this person. So I don't want to know if that person is I don't like. I don't want to know from the day before, and I don't want to stress myself. So I usually don't know until that day. And then when that day comes and it's that person that I don't really like, so hard. The whole day stress. It's like, why do I have to, work with you? And it's very hard. Like, we fight sometimes. For example, like, there's shoot. And when the shoot starts, you don't really cut in between. It's one go.
And it's long.
It's
really
long, like 1 hour and a half. But if you're not connected with that person, like, mentally, it's very hard to concentrate. So I tend to, like, I can't do anything, like, no feelings. So I cannot act like the feeling won't come out. I become a robot. And then the staff will be like, cut. What are you sleeping? And like that. And I'm like, no, I'm not sleeping. It's just okay, can I have 10 minutes break? And then when it comes back, the guy, male actor, I feel so sorry now, but before I didn't understand how guys, when you cut in between, it's very hard to bring it up again. The energy. So energy.
Yeah.
So I always thought it's the guy's fault, because they cannot be ready at all times.
Yeah.
But now that I know and I've seen so many people, it's not the energy, it's the feeling. And if the guys don't feel the same way as you do, of course they're not gonna get excited, right? So I'm sorry I was a brat, but I always thought, why isn't he like standing up? It's not my fault. But now I think it was my fault.
No debe ser fácil esa industria, no debe ser fácil. Yo me quedo haciendo videos en YouTube. One of my friends told me I could never be in that industry because I would be like falling in love every day, everywhere.
Every day, everywhere. My friend said that too. Like, it was a guy friend. He's like, you know what? It's so lucky you get like to see like beautiful women every day, nice, cute girls. But when you're in the industry, not everybody is your type.
Yeah.
So it's very, very hard. But once you're in the industry and then you become like friends, it's like not, you have the mental, it's both work. So, you know, those feelings goes away. First, sometimes I'll be like, oh, he's so cute, he's handsome, oh, he's buff. You know, those kind of types came out. But then when you're working so long, that doesn't come out anymore. It's like work is work. And he looks at me as it's work. So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna fall in love, but it's more like I'm lucky.
Yeah.
That, yeah, today, oh, he's my type, yeah, I'm lucky. Something like that.
Yeah. And what about real life?
Real
How do you
life.
have like a real life besides your work?
That's hard.
Eso es medio raro, es medio raro.
Maybe on that day when I had the shoot, to respect to that guy, I always like, you know, after the shoot, of course you take shower and everything, but then I would like change to different clothes, like go home, shower before he comes home, and then put on my own clothes and like try to be fresh so he won't like put that together.
Yeah.
But when you're into a fight, some guys back in the day, they would connect the two together and they would say, one guy told me that your job is like you're cheating on me every day. So I was like, huh? How am I cheating on you every day? If you don't like it, then why are you with a porn star, right? Like, go away. But
Maybe just because you are
yeah,
porn star.
right.
Quiero estar con la famosa, ¿no?
So I was like, and then he was cheating on me too. And then I told him, like, why the fuck are you doing that? And he's
It's
like,
my job, no.
yeah, no, he's like, you're doing that, so it could be my job too. I'm like, shut the fuck.
But it's not.
No, he's doing that because he wants to.
Yeah.
So that's totally two different ways. So that was kind of very, very hard, and I got really, really hurt. But that made me think, maybe I should think more like smarter, because it's so hard.
But it was hard to like get a boyfriend.
Super hard, super hard. Just for fun, fling, no problem, because they know you, easy.
Yeah.
But when you want to be in a serious relationship, it was so hard to find a decent guy. Very, very hard.
Alguien mandó esta pregunta, después la busco y pongo tu nombre por ahí. Do porn stars watch porn and why? Like to research?
Yes, they do. So when I just debuted and I made new friends from the industry, girls, we would bring our own sample. So for example, we would meet at my house or meet at her house, and then we will see each other's video just to see how we're doing our job, or like how for example, we'll talk about bad and good about the male actors,
Yeah.
or like to
Like a review.
research. Yeah, review. And then one time it was so funny. I had a guy friend, very close guy friend. I gave him like few, because when you're in the industry, you get lots of like samples every month, like so many samples of yourself or your
Yeah.
friends or whatever. So I was giving it to him, and I thought it was okay, but because I gave too much porn videos to him, he became gay. He was like, oh, maybe guys are very sexy also. And then from that day, he didn't tell me until like few years later, and he said, did you know all the videos that you gave me, I wasn't really looking at your friends or anybody, I was looking at the male actor. And I'm like, what?
That's your superpower. Ahí está el superpoder de ella. No es pixelar, te vuelve gay. Al revés.
So I was like, maybe too much porn is not good.
Esta es una pregunta que alguna vez le he hecho a alguna gente que hace cosas parecidas y las respuestas son... algunas son violentas. Lo veo a Tetsu que ya se pone nervioso. What's like the weirdest thing that ever happened to you in set? Something weird.
Weirdest thing that happened in the set. Weird. There's so many though.
Es un trabajo muy raro.
For example, you know, in Japan, we are very, we believe in like spirits and afterlife and everything. There are lots of ghost stories.
Yeah.
And then you hear noises in the studio, and that was very scary. And one time, like, when they were shooting, they caught that's not supposed to be there. And then that was released, and then after it was released, they found out, and then it's in the, I think if you look in the YouTube, I think you can find it. But that was very, very scary because that was my friend too on the shoot. And then they were all like, oh my god, this industry is gonna get possessed. But that kind of rumor were a lot every year. And the weird one, I remember when a guy couldn't finish in the end. So it was my friend's story. She was in the set, and then there was this guy, and then it was multiple people, one girl and like 5 or 6 guys. And then when the guy was like, so there's main guy and then 4 others who will just like ejaculate at the time. And then that guy couldn't come at the end because he was so nervous. There were lots of like dicks around him. And then no matter how hard my friend tried to make him excited, he couldn't. And then so the videographer changed the scene, and they brought a banana. They squashed the banana and they put like lotion, hot water, mixed it, looked like a and they just put it in the girl. And then that
¿Nani?
And then
la tecnología de Japón.
The funny part is that squirting part made that guy excited, and then he came after that. So it's so crazy. You never know what makes you turn on.
Yeah, well, he found his fetish. Está bien, cada uno. Yo no juzgo, no hay que juzgar. You don't have to judge anyone.
Necesitamos
Si
un
te
poco de
gusta,
noción, ¿no?
si te gusta, está bien. De hecho, estás ahí, a comentar que te gusta. No te vamos a juzgar. Comentá eso que te gusta ahí abajo, que no te vamos a juzgar para nada.
The craziest story. So I was supposed to act of the sadistic part. I had to torch the guy, and then the guy was tied up, right? And then he had only pants on, and then I think he really enjoyed those stuff. So I had those stun gun.
Yeah.
And then the guy was like, and then the rope, and then the rope part I could understand, or like pinch him, or like you know,
the gun.
The gun I was like, I never held a stun gun before.
Did you ever see Jackass?
Yes.
I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
Right. But then so I was like, okay, imagining myself. Okay, it's supposed to hurt a lot and it's heavy. But then the director is giving me suggestions that you really have to hit him hard so we could get a good video. And I'm like, okay. So I got the gun, and then I kind of like, you know, got it on his around arms and like body. And then he is giving a good reaction. But then I could see him like really ready to faint. So I didn't know what to do, and then the director somebody pushed me, and then I really stabbed him in the stomach with the stun gun. It was my first and last time when I saw someone electrocuted. And then he was like almost like he went to heaven. His soul went to heaven, but he said he liked it.
Yeah,
but
he went to heaven.
He went to heaven. But it was so crazy and it was so scary, and I don't understand why you could come getting beaten up. Like, I was like, wow, never again.
Una pregunta que ustedes enviaron también es esta que le quiero hacer específicamente porque es algo que pareciera que fuera común acá y muchas veces he escuchado esa palabra por ahí. Somebody asked on Instagram about something called bukake. Is that something that a girl can enjoy, or it's just like for the camera?
I think think mostly for the
I'm sorry.
show.
Can you please tell them what that is?
Bukkake is very, very famous Japanese term in the industry. It's either one girl with several multi people, and then they
Muchos.
yes, very, a lot, super. Like the most I've seen in one video is one girl laying in a bathtub, and there are like 20 people, and then one main male actor. After he comes, there's 19 other in the lane or surrounding the girl, and then they will ejaculate one by one, and then the girl will be...
¿Estás bien? Sí, se va a desmayar.
I don't know why it's famous in Japan, but that's one of the super famous scenes that they have here in the industry. Any video, any kind of settings, whatever, they have at least one bukkake scene.
Yeah, we don't...
You don't have that?
No. Nosotros no tenemos eso, pero si a vos te gusta, comentá por ahí y comentá por qué. ¿Por qué? Why do you like bukkake? Comentalo por ahí. Si no sos japonés. Why did you quit?
I quit around 2009 or 10, so maybe 4 years after, because I achieved my dream of being famous, and I achieved my dream of going to different countries and doing different jobs, and I opened a bar.
Yeah.
Not here, before, my first bar. And I know that you cannot do that job forever, because people are going to get, you know, they want everything new. So maybe 4 years was my maximum. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna retire. And then after that, I did like radio, or I had my own... What did I do? I did lots of things. I tried...
Movies.
Yes, movies. I tried movies. I went to China, I went to Taiwan, lots of Asian countries for different events. And while doing that for 1 or 2 years, from 2015, I moved to the Philippines. And in the Philippines, I did same thing, radio, magazine shoot, FHM. So I did several of those, and then I opened up a bar, lounge in the Philippines, and since then, it's now. So I quit the industry very, very in a short time, but then ever since I became Maria OZAWA, until now, I think I cannot do any job that's not under Maria OZAWA. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, what am I gonna do? After 17 years, I can't just do something in convenience store or McDo. Impossible.
So how often do people recognize you?
That's a good question, because sometimes I have minor people coming up to me and say, a very, very big fan of you, and girls.
Sorry, minor age?
As in like, not like 10, 12, minor as in like younger than me. Like,
oh yeah. Well, my friend,
16,
Fanny
17.
Margot, he's a big fashion designer. He was in Chicago Fashion Week.
Wow.
He's super big. He told me yesterday, you are going to interview Maria OZAWA. She was like I was in love with her when I was a teen.
Wow.
So, saludo, Fanny.
Thank you. Wow, that's so happy. Yeah, so like minor as in like teenagers.
But that's illegal. You can watch
Yes, you cannot.
porn. Cuando tenés menos de 18 no se puede, está mal.
So I was like very confused, like why do you know? Like if it's a guy, I know, I understand. But sometimes it's a girl, and like, girl, why do you know me? And they're like, oh, I saw the magazine, sexy magazine. Yeah, well, sounds fashion, sometimes sexy magazine. I heard you in the radio and like that. So I was very happy that people start to know me, recognize me, other than like my main job, which was porn. So I was like, oh, that's good, because then my name's going around the world when I'm trying to do different stuff. So that was good. But mostly male, they will know me from my job before. And I'm 37 years old. So I think people a little bit older than me, maybe in 10 years span, up and down, that's my golden age, I think, for the fans to know me.
Yeah, and something that's really different here from Argentina is girls follow other girls. Maybe because like they want to be like you or something. In Argentina, that's not that common. No.
Oh, so girls don't follow.
No, it's like the other way around. It's like She's fat. So outside of all of this, do you have any hobbies? What do you like to do?
Hobby, I like the beach.
Oh.
Go to the beach. Sports, I like playing sports. So that's why when we had the soccer, football,
Yeah.
a few months back, I was watching every game every day. I like soccer.
Argentina.
Argentina, yay, Messi.
Vamos carajo.
But I like Maria also.
Di Maria.
Di Maria.
Yeah.
He did a beautiful shot. I was like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
El mundial fue una locura. Si vos lo viviste y lo sufriste como nosotros, comentá. Did you ever have like any weird, fun interactions?
I had weird fans before. I once had a fan who gave me a rubber suit, and it was all pure black, and with of course something to hit with and handcuffs as my birthday present. And he's like, "This is for you, and I hope you would take care of it." And I'm like, "What?
Okay.
Why did you think I would put jumpsuit on my private life? Who am I gonna hit? My dog?" So I was like,
And he was like, me, please. Me.
And then he had his business card inside the gift. So that was kind of weird. Like, different concept, different character they think of me. But あとはなんだろう, what did I get? Weird stuff. Keys to the apartment.
Uh-huh.
Keys. Like, he said you could have this key, you could live here, but
siempre hay un pero.
of
Pero.
course I come with the key. So I was like, no thank you. I have my own key. When I went to Indonesia before, this guy who said he's like prince of something, he gave me a pile of money saying, "Can you be my date for the night?" And I was having dinner with my staff, my bodyguards were out there, and then I don't know how I think he followed us from the club. He is filthy rich, like he has no problem doing anything. So I think he paid some of the staff to tell him where I was going. So he came to the restaurant where we were, he just barged in, and he's like, "Maria Ozawa, I love this phrase," and he gave me this
I don't know
stack
you,
of money.
but I love you.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, thank you, it's okay. But then I had to drink like a couple of drinks with him because it became something very scary for me, because you never know what people do, like when they have certain amount or over, because you could do anything with
He's
cash.
so powerful.
Yeah, so
He
powerful.
can do anything.
He was so confident that you are coming back with me, and the
but
passion.
because of the money, maybe if he would approach you
Yeah, and
differently,
it was totally different, like more gentleman way. Like when I was in the club, when I was in the VIP, he could have just came to the room and say
Say
hi.
hello.
Yeah, I'm something, and then whatever happens is whatever happens.
No se te olvide que lo que pasa en Las Vegas se queda en Las Vegas.
But the way he came was like so scary. It
he was
freaked
trying
me
to
out.
buy you.
Me, yes. And I'm like, what the hell? And then so I talked to him, and we had like cheers, okay. But then I did not want that money, because what if this was my last night just because of that money? I don't want to die. So I said, in a very polite way, "I'm sorry, I cannot have your money. I have to go back to Japan." He was not okay with it, but still, my staff took me to the van, and we went like somewhere very, very far, and then went back to the hotel, just in case.
No, and people like that, maybe they never hear a no
Yes,
for an answer.
never. I think so too, because everybody does everything by like cash. So that was my very surprising and scary experience for my whole life. Like, oh my god, so scary.
Yo hubiera agarrado la plata, dame el dinero. What's in the future for you? More bars or something different?
Now that the COVID is getting better, I think I want to more concentrate on the Philippines. Since
Yeah.
I have a bar and lounge there, it would be nice to stay there like I was before. I was living there for like 7 years. So it would be nice if I can go back or do something new, totally new. No bars, no lounges, but something that I haven't never tried before.
Like what?
Like
Ir a Argentina. Go to Argentina. Ah.
yes, I'll go to yeah, I want to do that.
Si querés que vaya a Argentina, comentá, Y si sos de México, de Chile, comentá también.
Because when I went to Mexico before, and I really loved it, and I love their culture, and then I love their language. It's very,
Yeah.
I think it's very sexy, don't you think? They like
For me, it's
very smooth, normal.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't know what you're talking about, but it just sounds very smooth, right? So I want to learn different culture, different language, different countries also. So I want to visit to places that I haven't been before. If I want to go, the goal would be Argentina. So I'll start from Japan,
Spain.
go via Spain.
Yeah.
Spain, learn the history, because the buildings, everything's so beautiful in Spain,
Yeah.
right? I could go via different ways. Okay, that's gonna be my bucket list.
Y después, si querés enamorarla, le tenés que hablar en español. Hablar en español, decirle cualquier boludez en español que seguramente te va a ir bien. If you could give an advice to someone watching this video that wants to get in the industry, and maybe here in Japan, how possible is for someone from Argentina to work?
If you
Impossible.
No, if you're a male actor, maybe slight chance. But for female, I think it's gonna be harder.
Yeah.
Because of the type of what Japanese people like. I had a hard time too. Like, all my fans were international or Japanese people who
From
like
Argentina.
yes. Or like, you know, very, very few Japanese people who likes the curvy body.
Yeah.
So it was hard for me. So if it's like a girl, it's harder. But if you're a male and you have the body and you have the son, the good son.
The
なんていうの？息子。
sun.
息子。
El sol.
違う。
El hijo, dice.
Ese.
Ah,
そう。
we say el amigo.
El amigo.
The friend.
そうそう。Good amigo.
そういう風に言うんです。
そう、息子って言うじゃないですか。だ
Acá
から
le
なん
dicen
て言え
el
ばいいんだろう。
hijo. El hijo.
So I think that's good. Male more chance. Because they don't have to talk.
Yeah.
So come to Japan.
Así que venite a
comment,
Japón,
comment.
calladito a la boca, silencio.
Vos no digas un carajo.
Y un éxito. Un éxito. Y disfruta, ¿qué más querés? ¿A qué venís? ¿A hablar? No. What would you like to say to your fans from Latin America, Spain?
First of all, I'm very happy, and I didn't know that there were fans from across the world. Like, until the Asian countries I knew, America, yes, I knew, but all the way in like Spain, and like when you messaged me at first, I was like, why? Like I had zero idea that I had a small fan base there, and I was like so happy. So thank you so much for noticing me. I hope to see you guys when I start traveling again. And it would be nice if we could. Do you guys have like fan base, like meet and greet in your country? You do?
Yeah, just had I wanted to do like a celebration for my million subscribers. Something small, and we ended up like in a super big
So you
place,
did it.
and we invited more guests. We invited the guy that's the voice of Vegeta in Argentina from Mexico. We did something
Wow!
too big. I wanted to do something small, but
But it turned out very big.
yeah.
So you can do fan base meet and greet.
Yeah.
I want to do that, and I hope to see you guys and party all together. Yay!
Y si no, se vienen acá, estamos en el bar de ella. Yo voy a venir al bar acá después de este video a conocer el bar. I have a present
Oh yay!
here from my channel.
すごい! Dragon Ball!
No,
This is you!
Del Carajo.
Whoa!
That's me.
すごい!
La remera. Y
かわいい!
lo que siempre hacemos también con los invitados es pedirles que hagan lo que siempre hacemos todos, que es
すごい!
I introduce my videos with a lo que pasó. Frikis del Carajo. It's hard,
What?
right?
Aló?
A lo que pasó.
Aló, ¿qué pasó?
Frikis del Carajo.
Friki Delcarajo.
Del carajo.
Delcarajo.
It's too long.
Too long.
Aló, ¿qué pasó, frikis del carajo?
Aló, ¿qué pasó?
Frikis del carajo. Siempre intento que la gente lo diga, hay gente que habla en inglés o en otro idioma. Es imposible decir friki del carajo. Así que lo hemos logrado como se ha podido. Thank you very much for
Thank
your
you so
time.
much. Thank you also.
Thank you.
Thank
My
you, thank
friends
you.
are super happy right now.
Thank you so much. I hope to see you guys soon.
Y bueno, si tienen ganas, la pueden seguir en donde. Where can my followers follow you?
So I have Instagram that I'm
put it here.
always, yes, please. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook,
YouTube.
and YouTube channel. So I hope if I go
YouTube. Lo ponemos
visit,
aquí, arriba.
I hope to take YouTube also if I get to travel. That's gonna be so much fun. So yes, I hope to see you guys, and I hope we could again collab something again.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Colaboraremos las veces que sea necesario. Muchas gracias. Entonces, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ahora sí, lo más importante, comentá ahí abajo de dónde la conoces, si ya la conocías de antes. No te olvides, lo más importante que es darle duro al botón de like, suscribirte, tocar la campanita, hacer todo lo que ya sabes y nos veremos nosotros en otro video en Japón.
Bye
Adiós.
bye.